Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Welcome to another edition of Airy Sky Readalee's video blog. I'm about to go to the library and upload this. I'm wearing a different top today. So I have a couple things to share with you. One is, basically, last night I basically poured myself out to how I'm feeling. Well, today I'm feeling pretty crappy, okay, depressed. You see, Chloe's basically turning around because I'm texting my cousin-in-law, Tara, and Chloe's out walking the dog. That I was texting Tara and Chloe got mad and said, if you don't quit texting Tara, I'm gonna go break your phone. I mean, literally, I'm texting Tara about what to do. I mean, literally, I can't evict Chloe because she's on the lease by lease laws. So I thought about checking myself into a mental hospital, but Chloe's like, no, you can't do that. You gotta take care of the bunny. I'm gone. Then she said she can't go for another day because her medicine. So she's waiting till Monday. And to me, I'm like, can't you just make up your fucking mind? I mean, literally, she's basically being combative and abusive. Yelling and screaming, she's basically calling the guy above a fat rhinoceros that should be fucking evicted. I mean, literally, I was talking to her today about eating, and I told her I got a package coming, and when it comes, I'm gonna try on some new shoes. Well, she went into detail about that if anyone does anything to her, she will retaliate by hurting my cousin-in-law Tara in her own home. Oh, and quote unquote rob it. So I said, yeah, right, get real. It's a fantasy world. You can't get near them. Well, she went into details of all these ways she was gonna do it, and it kind of scared me. And I decided after lunch to do a video. I mean, look, I basically know what's going on. People say, well, you're a minister, speak the truth. Well, last night, I spoke the truth, and she came in here and she's like, give me the fucking phone. I want to talk to the lady. Well, the lady turned the tune and said, oh, we need to be mentally evaluated. I need to be mentally evaluated for fucking what? Because you guys don't want to take care of someone who's that mentally ill? Get the fuck out of here. Well, it's illegal to evict them. Sheriff came and talked to us, yada, yada, yada. So, basically, the point is, I'm hearing nothing but excuses. So, I gotta go see the manager, Monday, because I emailed her. She said, yeah, okay, she can, work with me on, removing Chloe off the lease, but the thing is she's like, well, you have to give your home up right away because there's people that need a two-bedroom. So I turned around and said, you're violating the fucking law, and I called up the, USDARARD, and I said, look, the fucking bitch is basically turning around telling me I gotta be evicted, but fucking fat ass upstairs doesn't have a fucking it doesn't have two people in a two-bedroom. It's one to three in a one-bedroom. What is it, 5 people minimum, and I think it's 5 to 7 people in a 2-bedroom. 3 people is like 7 to 11 people, okay? And so, basically, when you have all these things, right, and they're saying, oh, well, they're special, they've been here longer. That's just downright discrimination. So, pissed me off. Tara was talking about trailer, and I said, that's what I was looking into. Someone said about a 28-foot trailer would be perfect for what I need for living. Anything smaller wouldn't too cramped, And literally, that's what I was looking at. You have something that's self-sufficient, that's working. I mean, I don't like to be considered trailer trash, but, like Tara says, get a storage shed, move everything out, put it in storage. I mean, that's the plan. I mean, literally, I can't live with someone who sits there and I go into the bathroom, and I hear, excuse me, the toilet's running, and I hear, what about my makeup? Or makeup. And then it's like, what about my tobacco? Then they're talking about getting their mother to send them some more money. Now, I feel so bad that I'm going to go and find out what the mother's email address is and refund the money to her. Because, Chloe's just using it for tobacco, and I don't think her mom wants to support her tobacco habit. And, the problem is, Chloe's like, oh, I need to get a job. Well, the manager keeps saying she gets a job, we're evicted. So if she doesn't get a job, she's being evicted for noise complaints. all because of Chloe. Manager looked at me the other day eating carrots and celery and says, we know it's not you, Rita. It's freaking loudmouth. She throws up, you're discriminating. I shouldn't have done this and filed a police report against the neighbor. Duty to warn, duty to warn, duty to warn. I'm going. And the manager's shaking her head going, me, I'm literally losing my fucking mind, okay? I'm losing my fucking mind. And they're like, oh, well, I'm like, you know what? The lady wants to say I need the mental help, but not Chloe. The problem is I say get Chloe the fuck out of here, and my mental health will be completely recovered. Literally. I want, the reason I said, I wanted to get home is because I was afraid my property was getting stolen. But I did make an agreement to terror. The thing is, the only thing I went missing was the medical records and frickin' 2 laptops. Poppy's like, don't worry about it. My medical records, yeah, the records we paid good money for. And then Chloe says, well, I'm going to have to get all cash insurance again. Well, if everyone knows, in 2017, in April, it took her 4 months to get cash insurance. It took 3 months just to get, 2 months to see a psych eval guy. And he didn't pay, he said, 12 months of therapy, she can go back to work. That was his exact word. He turns around, oh, so disabled! He put an intermittent explosive temper disorder. That was it. And then, on top of this, psychiatrist, mental places said it was depression. Now they're saying bipolar, bipolar 2, borderline, narcissistic personality, paranoid personality, schizotypical personality, schizoaffective, schizophrenia. That's 8 of them. Hold on. You guys want to see the happy-go-lucky list here that I wrote down of everything that she has? Yeah. If any of you want to do research, go ahead. I mean, I for one think you guys are gonna might be in them. Alright, so alright, no, that's a game list. Yeah, I wrote it down in my notes here. I guess Chloe got mad, tore it out. As usual, just gets so angry and tears out something that she doesn't know anything about. Just tears it out because she's angry. Oh, here it is. Alright. Chloe's diagnosed supposedly Asperger's, bipolar 2, disrupted mood, segregation disorder, major depression disorder, separation anxiety disorder, panic disorder, PTSD, hyperarousal disorder, gender dysphoria, oppositional defiance disorder, intermittent explosive temper, paranoid personality disorder, schizotypical personality disorder, antisocial personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder, dependent personality disorder, and OCD. Now, the lady said, that's the one place I took notes because we were both talking about it. I have Asperger's. Basically, Chloe's got schizophrenia too, but anyways, schizophrenia was ruled out. She said bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 was ruled out, but the lady said more likely, but right. Major depression, yes. Panic disorder, PTSD, acute stress disorder. Adjustment disorder, right. Gender dysphoria, right. Intermittent explosive disorder, yes. And borderline personality disorder, OCD, real. The borderline was only under sentences, but everything else was, different. So, basically, as Tara would say, a walking giant answer of, problems. Basically. Literally problems. She's basically a walking, oh great, don't tell me, water. Oh. Is this so wet? Oh yeah, hold this air dry this and make sure my notes don't get stuck here. So anyways, like I said, the neighbor basically turned around, right? Let me tell you a story. So, one of the things I want to tell you today, right? So, I'm on the phone, and I left a message with this guy, and this guy basically, turned around and, basically, I left a message. Tara said get in touch with him, he can help you with applications, tell them maybe a tent or trailer. Well, I think I'd prefer a trailer because it's self-contained, got a heater in it, and I don't have to worry. Okay, and I can use it for camping. I'd be like, hey, Tara and Corey doesn't have their camping trailer yet. Pack up mine, we'll go camping, you guys can sleep in a tent, and I'll have my trailer. jokingly aside, of course, I'm trying to be humorous because my day's been shot. My day went to shit when I got up and I heard, what about my tobacco? What about my hormones? What about my? I sat there and I kind of said, look, I'm not a bank. Literally, I put my foot down and said, I'm not a fucking bank. I mean, you think I'm a bank, the world doesn't owe you jack shit, and technically you want me to provide. I said, look, I had approximately 10 rolls of dip this month. She took 8 cans or 7 cans for herself. I got very little, so I had to basically pinch and you know, whatever. I'm out. I hear, when's payday? You need to tell me what payday is. My payday is set in my phone here, so all I gotta do is go to the application that tells me how long till payday, because it tells me right here in my phone my hit usage. And basically it is going to tell me outright that I have 900 megabits of data left for the month, 8 days to go. I gotta go to the library, and 7 days till payday. So it's 8 days till payday. 7 if you count, so 7 days from tonight will be payday. So every day gets me closer to payday. But she's like, well, you're gonna go to the gas station, you're gonna get tobacco, you're gonna get tobacco. And then, the makeup. Now, she's out walking the dog so I can do this video, because she doesn't want to sit there and be so bad at me, tell the truth, blah, blah, blah. The truth is, she's becoming so, dependent on everyone. If you don't give her what you want, she basically threatens. I'm gonna report you, I'm reporting you. And then she's like, I'm a bad person, I abuse her. Well, you know, the thing is I wanted to share this with you all this morning for, Tara's sake. Tara needs to know. I mean, literally, you know, the thing is that she's turning around and, she needs to know, you know, that, you know, every time I turn around, my debit card, okay? My debit card, I gave access to Chloe to use the debit card. I said, go get toilet paper. I said, the 24 packs on the bottom row. She didn't get it. She just went to the top and got the premium stuff. Six doubles for, I don't know how much, you know. I did check the card. It's got like $1 left on PayPal. But, you know, Dinky was helping out on toilet paper. We ran out. Chloe's like, I'm gonna have to go to the park to take the shit. They have toilet paper. And I'm using a rag to wipe, okay? And then I looked at her and I said, I need to make sure I place more of a bigger order so I can get fucking more toilet paper next month. But the problem is people sit there and say, oh, well, why don't you buy it? The thing is, I haven't bought many video games at all in the last 2 months. I've been basically buying fucking supplies, paying the electric bill, buying more supplies. I mean, let me put it this way. I bought 3 boxes of corn dogs. I got 1 box. Each box holds 16 corn dogs. I got 1 fucking box. She's like, oh, I didn't know you was our dinner. Those are tasty. Yet she, you know, so they're like, she's bitching to me about fucking ramen. She buys these little ramen bowls for $1, right? Fucking $1, alright? A fucking $1 for like frickin' 1, right? And mine's like I get 4 packs of ramen for $1, okay? So let's say it's like $6 for a case, right? She's like, oh, I got enough for lunch tonight, so, well, the soup. See, last night I told her to put the soup in the fridge so we can eat what's available in the crock pot. She left it out all night, and went back. Soup's basically food poisoning. And she's like, oh, well, it didn't taste that good anyway, so, oh, well, fuck it, just dump it down the toilet. I mean, this is the abuse I gotta go through. Literally. She doesn't care about fucking putting stuff away. She wants to go play Pokemon. And then she fucking bitches to me, I'm not going to the library. You better email that social worker, tell them I'm going to the mental hospital tomorrow. No, the lady doesn't want me emailing her. What do I say? Oh yeah, she's heading down your way, go. They could turn around and say, oh well, she doesn't qualify. Or whatever. I mean, literally. I mean, my cousin-in-law basically knows that it's abuse of the taxpayers' money to go to a mental hospital yet again. You know. And, the problem is, you know, people need to realize that this is basically getting out of hand. I mean, literally, she wants to go to a mental hospital. I'm going to get on the right meds, you know. And yet, she says she wants to get cash assistance. To get on cash assistance, you gotta apply for disability. Once the disability application's been approved to go in with all the medical records there, then you gotta go and apply for cash assistance. If you get a cash assistance, you gotta go through fucking this. They'll put her in, well, you qualify for the HEN program, that's a housing and essential needs program, okay? Let me just explain how the HEN program works for some of you out there thinking, oh, I'm a dumbass, okay? The HEN program basically pays her rent, okay? If I go to them and say Chloe owes $150 for rent per month, they don't have to cut the check because I'm paying it. Because I'm paying it, they don't have to cut anything. So then Chloe turns around and says, well, ordered toilet paper, and they'll be like, oh, well, we don't really provide those like it says. Here, go to this place here. Family Resource Center goes, oh, you need toilet paper? Here's 2 rolls for the month. Well, I need like 48 rolls. And then, makeup and stuff. I mean, the essential needs program is basically, they give you housing, but they give you a voucher to pay for it. Now, thing is, if I left this place at Chloe on HEN program, they pay her rent, basically. They would pay her rent, but she'd be evicted because technically, they would be paying $1,300 for the housing, which they wouldn't mind, but the problem is Chloe isn't disabled. And 2 is she doesn't qualify on the grounds that she needs 2 people. I mean, literally, the problem is Chloe basically, the thing is, I gotta get a storage shed. That's what I'm working on now. I gotta get that. Now, I gotta talk to the manager. The manager said she can't basically remove Chloe off the lease because it's forcing her off the lease. And it is a housing needing program, which means I would be abusing Chloe by removing her. So technically, if I sign myself off of it, I've been told that I'm basically abandoning Chloe because she's too disabled. The thing is that she's too fucking disabled, put her in a fucking group home. I mean, look, basically, if she's too, I want to talk about this for a second, okay? The point is if you are going to sit there and tell me I can't remove myself off the fucking lease because it's abandonment of Chloe, then you better fucking get her in a fucking group home because I'm not the fucking responsible one. She's fucking responsible for herself. If she can't take care of herself, she needs a group home. Put her in a mental hospital and then transfer to a group home. Get her on disability. Thing is, she's not doing good here. She basically raises her voice, threatens fucking to kill the fucking supposed rapist of hers next door. She called CPS on her, fucking APS on her, fucking, for her mom, I believe that's what, I heard yesterday with Sheriff. The frickin' Capitol Police, fucking Secret Service, and the frickin' FBI. If that isn't fucking retaliation to get even because they won't do anything to her, then that's basically malicious mischief, which means should be jail time. But guess what? They're gonna look the other way because she's too crackpot and insane, and they're telling me now that I'm insane. Oh, Ritter needs to be mentally evaluated. I don't need to be mentally evaluated. I want everyone to go fuck off. Basically, I'm tired of this fucking shit people telling me, oh yeah, well, you know what? The doctor basically, if she goes to Peace Island here, she's gonna have to explain it. I'm gonna have to sit there quietly and go, she wants to go to Anacortes, let her go tomorrow afterwards. If she has to walk 5 miles to get to the hospital, let her. Thing is, Medicaid is not coming home. It doesn't matter if you get Medicaid and come home. It doesn't freaking matter, Literally, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm at my wit's end, okay? I'm at my wit's end to the point where I am not happy. Ah, cool. So Google already knows what I'm looking for, and I just love Google, I was looking up this. It was just something cool I was going to look up when I was loading it up, so, And I was looking to do something for myself, So, So anyways, I wanted to share that with you all, because frankly, I, basically, I'm just tired of basically being told, I gotta support her, I gotta support her. I'm not legally married to her, okay? It's not my job to support someone when I'm basically making ends meet and I gotta turn around and support someone. What about chips? What about hormones? What about this? What about that? What about my needs? I mean, look. As Tara basically stated the other day, I'm not meeting my essential needs on the grounds of toilet paper, for example. I got to use a rag, which hubby taught me to, because we never ran out. The rag was an emergency. I used to basically sit there, and the washers and dryers were always used in our old apartment complex for hours and hours. The manager would come to me and be like, how come you're not doing your laundry? I'll go look in there. She goes in there, 4 washers and 4 dryers going all the time. And she's like, and it's like, they're basically, the Hispanics are like, get the fuck out of here. The manager was Hispanic. Well, we're using it every day for how long no one can do it. So people would be going to the laundromat. One guy's like, F this. So hubby and I went to the laundromat, but going 2 miles round trip with the laundromat wasn't good. So we learned to wash it by hand. I mean, literally, we became self-sufficient. Well, we're going to wash this by hand. He ain't going to give a damn. Whereas other people turn around and they're just tying up things. And then, so when middle of the night we ran out, we had a gas station across the street. Hubby would be like, and I miss the gas station the most because I miss the fact that it was a A1 gas stop. And they were open 24, so when I got paid, I'd go across the street, like it wasn't that far. And I did this in my old apartment. It was next door to the old one I had. And I'd go in there at 10 o'clock at night, and I'd grab a 6-pack of beer, and I'd just veg out with my beer or my drink or whatever I got, Yeah, grocery store closed at 11, I'd be going over there and picking up a bottle, and whatever. I mean, until they change the time around, but my main thing is I enjoy my alcohol, or, some of the gas stations closes at like 9, so it's like, well, I'll go to this gas station, or, if I really wanted something, which I never did, I went to my friend Patty's sister's gas station, but, if I really wanted to go mingle, I'd get up and I'd be like, hey, I want something to drink, so I'd go over to a bar, and, I miss that. I mean, hubby would basically be like, I'm going to go paint, you go and enjoy beer or something, and we had a great relationship. Where this place, where are you going? What are you doing? You can't leave the house. You got to stay here. You're too disabled. You're going to have heart disease. Like yesterday, she made me push the cart all the way home with her laptop, my laptop, and she went because she threatened to kill herself. Then the sheriff's like, it's in my privy, I can't do much. So you can't go and fucking mentally evaluate the fucking crackpot because they want to commit suicide? And everyone in the library panicked about it? I mean, there's something wrong with this picture. I mean, literally. So, like I said, basically I'm kind of angry, my thing is my day went to the toilet because of it. I'm trying to work on a project, for, needs and stuff. I mean, look, I feel bad that Tara went out of her way to get shoes. Oh, talking about shoes, okay, this is what's happening to my shoe, okay? See this? I bought this 3 weeks ago, and Chloe basically just told me the damn thing's falling apart. Look at that. You can see it. It's on both sides of my feet, so Chloe's like, oh yeah, and I didn't even notice it falling apart. Now the inside's falling apart, ripping all apart and shit. And, I mean, I paid like $30 for these shoes at Walmart, so it's like, $30 Walmart shoes can't even last a month. There's a problem with it because, it's all they had, Tara's like, let's see if these shoes, and then Tara says, I'll get you a pair every year because you walk. I walk, I run on the treadmill, I do everything I can, and yet I don't get any peace of rest. I mean, literally, it's the last night of hair. So keep it up. Fuck you, I'm gonna say that motherfucker upstairs is gonna get it, blah, 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 blah. I'm sitting here going, so I just went to bed. I wasn't even gonna play my video game last night. I just didn't want to fucking hear it. I just went to bed. I mean, I went to fucking sleep. I just didn't want to hear fucking, as some would say, Beaver Babbitt, basically venting, And this letter here, there's a letter right here, so if Chloe's mom's watching this, basically states, that Chloe needs to control her anger, her venting. I mean, look, we got a letter basically saying, I've been told I can't evict her out of this. She's on the lease. Her mom's like, you need to advocate. Advocate what? You can't advocate. Look, the Human Rights Commission hasn't called me and said, ooh, Rude, you can do this and you can do that. They haven't called me. They don't care. I basically am very angry at the fact that they won't call back. Literally, they're supposed to call within 48 hours, and they haven't done it. I reported this on Tuesday, and I got the notice Monday. And the notice basically said, neighbors complaining about Moppy barking, fucking yapper. The manager took that one right off and said, okay. Frickin' the drawer was broken, so we switched it over to a different drawer for the thing. Chloe's like just going, and it'd rattle up, and the neighbor thinks it's cupboards and doors. And Chloe, I opened the cupboard like this, I grabbed the plate, and I closed. Chloe's like, she's like, I don't want to do fucking dishes anymore. Those motherfuckers upstairs are gonna be shot because they're noisy. We have to make noise to do the dishes. And then, cabinets and counters, and then slamming the front door. She slams it all the time. I go and I open the door looking at my little clips to see if there's a notice, and I go, or she, bam! And then he feels it upstairs. It's like, look. And then he sits there and goes, guitar. So I basically, and the man is like, oh, you're retaliating. Really? You want to basically take that? And I called the lawyer. And he's like, retaliation, blah, blah, blah. What's it in the letter that says discrimination? It's the underlying fact that you're trying to evict 2 trans people because you don't want them there. So you're basically making up. Service dog doesn't bark. We got witnesses. We're going to call in extra witnesses. We'll subpoena even Chloe's, not Chloe's, to Rita's cousin and cousin-in-law testified the dog doesn't bark. But highly trained in grocery stores, that means you basically, okay, we'll take the dog off. But the slamming of the door was basically there because it was broken. When did you guys fix it? Recently. There you go. You see, the door wasn't working properly and it was broken. You can't evict for that. Well, the slamming, the thing is basically, you guys are basically renting a place that's falling apart and certain drawers are broken. And finally, the yelling, he's like, look, you're going after someone who's severely mentally ill. And if you're going to evict both of them for mental illness, that's a discrimination thing right there. You're discriminating based on mental illness. Well, the neighbor's got mental illness and she keeps calling. The neighbor's basically, Chloe claims the neighbor's Munchausen, but, so Chloe basically wrote in her report to the manager what's going on. Basically saying the neighbor literally beats her kid in Munchausen. Right there on paper. Now, if the manager basically submits that to the police has to investigate. The manager is going to shred it up, even though Chloe's got a copy herself. Basically, it is, like it is. So the manager and the apartment complex has stated that, the lawyer said we need to send everything certified and not to deal with her. So the lawyer's going to deal with the manager, but I told the lawyer I want the manager to pretty much remove me from the lease, and she's like, I can't do that. You're the one with the income. So I'm supposed to live in fear and terror because you want my money, but you don't want to remove frickin' someone like her who's basically yelling, screaming, threatening. She threatened to kill a neighbor this morning. She threatened to kill another neighbor this morning. She's even threatened to kill Tara, my cousin, this morning. How am I supposed to live? How am I supposed to feel? Am I supposed to sit here and be like, oh yeah, spreadsheet, and zone out? Or am I supposed to sit there and feel something? I fear for my cousin's safety, literally. And then she gets mad that I'm telling the truth. Look, she called CPS. She called frickin' all these agencies to get lit even. You know, in the state of Washington, a falsified report for any purpose for, say, CPS or APS is considered a misdemeanor, and you're looking at like you're looking at about 6 months to a year in jail and about 5 years of probation for doing it. Is it really worth it to get a gross misdemeanor because you basically decided you want to get even because they can't charge her for a felony, so you're just going to sit there? Look. Honestly, Tara said, you're adding fuel to the fire. Let me show you what Tara said, okay? Basically, Tara said, I told her I was upset last night, So basically, I basically was saying, Basically, I told Terry, here's the thing: the mental illness, and we both agree they're using their mental illness to get out of everything. They set the building on fire and claim it's a mental illness. She hasn't survived this long without any type of supervision. Otherwise, she plays everyone around them. Yeah, exactly. I bet her mom has called her out on it several times. That's why she doesn't want to go back to her. She can't get away with it. Probably true. Then, I basically said the APS thing. She said that's a terrible, terrible thing to do. It's one thing if it's serious abuse of you, or serious abuse of the neighbor, or, serious abuse of the children, but which you said maybe, maybe not. But just to go off the deep end and start calling on people because you're pissed is wrong. She said, I said, that they're in trouble. She says, I hope so, because basically they're going to probably let her out because Chloe's white. Now, the other thing is when I complained about, the, thing about, why they wanted to, huh?
You haven't put money out or no?
What? Oh, Bunny's in. He's in the box. He's on the table. Basically, because, like I said, white and free pass and, pain in the ass and so forth. And, basically, well, I will. I'm just finishing up. Then it basically said, basically, even if these threats or so forth is getting old, they said, like she said, a person has a history of mental illness and lacks capacity to carry out such threats. True. But, after a while, reporting such threats, it gets old. Then it says, yeah, it's not cool. This is the thing about, the reporting of the duty to warn and stuff about child abuse. Not cool at all. If it were a serious case of child abuse, wouldn't you personally be reporting, or her immediately? She's using this to their own discretion to start fires for no reason. That's true, literally, And then we talked about a term that she came up with, and I said, a firefly, and she said no, hemorrhoid. Just pain in my ass, and also anyone else a person has ever interacted with, I thanked her for the shoes, and then we're talking about, she made me sad, as I said yesterday, about the thingy, and then I told her I'm sad, because I don't know what to do, and I'm trying to avoid Facebook and posting messages, and I do check my, talking about, removing from the lease. Now, again, here's the problem with removing from the lease. Basically, if I try, it's abandonment and basically negligence of a elderly adult. It's basically like, and so it's okay if they financially abuse me and held me against my will and make me stay in my house, like Munchhouse me and stuff, but it's not okay if I sign myself off the lease and leave because I'm the bill collector, so, the bill payer, so technically it's considered abandonment and neglect of an elderly person. So technically, I would think, that something needs to be done. And so, and I agree with what she said, her mom tells you what you want to hear, her grandmother tells you what you're going to hear. I hear that they're going to be gone next month, but no one's being honest. And, I agree completely. I mean, literally, I've offered a ticket. I'm like, here's a ticket, get out of here. But I can't do that because, again, it's considered neglect and abuse on the grounds that if I buy them a ticket and they end up homeless, guess whose ass is on the line? Me. Because it's they're basically telling me I got to take care of this person and be a live-in caretaker without getting paid and use my own money. And that's it, fuck it. Government doesn't have temporary housing. That's something she asked about, Local motels, she's already checked out local motels. I just gotta call them, So I'm basically lined up to buy, U-Haul boxes. I'm gonna start clearing that room out first. Then I will clear out, the hallways next in boxes. And then, I will keep out what's needed in my room here, and I will put everything in storage, So basically, I either need to give up all my property, which I won't, or put it in storage, cut my losses. Well, I'm gonna put everything in storage and leave because, frankly, basically, and then one of the last things is Chloe went outside again, thank God. But basically, she says, I'm being taken advantage of, and I need to walk away from my losses. Well, I'm getting a storage shed, okay? I'm getting a storage shed. I'm going to get someone to drive the truck, and I will load up everything I need in it and return the truck, when I'm done. And then, basically, that's it. I'm going to rent the truck, and then I'm going to, get like a basic truck, and I will move stuff to a storage shed. Then she gave me a list of names and stuff to go off, and she emailed me some other stuff. And then she talks about department manager. Well, yes and no. Again, the department manager and everyone else says if I sign myself off and the power goes out here, I just neglected a vulnerable adult, which means I'm in trouble for neglecting someone, even though I'm the primary leaseholder. So it is basically a catch 22. So. Anyways, let's see what else I have to say. Then she talks about trailers. Now let's just go down the list about a trailer, So I basically told, Tara, I'm not a bank. I put my foot down. I basically have been trying to basically say, out. Yesterday was the triggering moment when they sat there and they said, I don't love you, I use you. And it was right there at the library that realized that, and then the librarian's all mad because she threatened to kill herself and run out and jump off the pier and drown. And so, with me, when I talked to the commitment line, see if they'd take her and commit her, they're like, I don't want you to commit Rita. Well, you know how that played out yesterday's video, so, but they've latched on to me. The problem is I'm not a bank. Literally, I am not a bank, and I can't support two people. Literally, I can't. I mean, it would be nice if I could, but literally I can't. So, and someone like she said, thank God Chloe's outside. Tara basically stated that it's the worst person to try to help because they don't want to get help. All they want to do is turn around and make excuses. And I'm tired. I'm tired of basically living my life in miserably, when I can't even freaking have a break. I mean, look, I've said it once, I've said it a million times. There's 3 things I'm out of that I gotta literally load up on next month to make sure I don't run out. And that's tobacco, smoke shop, that's toilet paper, which we're out again. Don't worry, we got 7 days of payday. I can use the rack. They can go to the freaking park. If that's negligence, well, guess what? My alibi is I gotta support 2 people. My income can't support 2 people and buy all the groceries. I mean, literally. Then there's finally, the other issues. I mean, demanding makeup, is something that's not medically necessary. I mean, look, it might be necessary for you or someone else, but for me, financially, I gotta think about, Moppy and, Ebony, I'm not worried about that, So, basically, I'm tired of people saying, oh, well, you gotta do this and you gotta do that. Ooh, that would be an interesting, Yeah, so basically, she said, I gotta plan a trailer purchase. So technically that's the plan I'm gonna do is plan a trailer purchase. It'll be in their name. But like I said in the joke, at least I can go camping with him and I have my home on the road. And maybe we can find a place that's got it. Maybe there's a generator I can use it, But honestly, like I said, I love all of them. And if I have to go the trailer route, it will save me about probably $1,100, $1,200 a month because all I gotta do is buy a trailer. Okay. So first I gotta get my storage, put my stuff in storage, and meanwhile I gotta put $200 or $300 into a special account for Tara to basically find the right trailer for me, and we can buy it, and make sure it's full, everything's fully working, She showed me a 22 foot in her area. I was told 24 to 28 is adequate for one person to live in. If it's not that, if you're living in cramped. I mean, look, I was in one of those little park models, right, that have the portable tanks and stuff. It had single wheel, single axle. This is like 1969 trailer, okay? And I mean, it had a full toilet. I mean, it had the full porcelain toilet in the back of the trailer, okay? And in the front, the dinette turned into a bed. When there was third guests. Otherwise, you use it for reading. The two beds in the next to there's two single beds near the back of the bathroom. You know, so it slept three to four comfortably. And then it had the stove and everything. The stove was unhooked because they used their single wide, and that was just a guest trailer. Because it was a guest trailer, 17 foot with one person is pretty much you're being cramped, literally. So you need a little more length. So, the old man, Roy, he bought himself 28 foot with a slide out that was kind of perfect, my stepbrother Michael, he lived in it, and it wasn't bad, but, you gotta find something that's affordable, and, you can't be complaining, so, you gotta look at the nickel saver, and you gotta look at this, and you gotta look at that. I mean, literally, you gotta find the right trailer for the right price, and that's the real problem, when you don't look at the right trailer for the right price, I mean, literally, you could go with a tent trailer, but the problem with a tent trailer is you're still having problems, So, for example, what is this? So they want to charge $1,800 for you to transport a trailer. You see, so basically, you just look around and you put in your like that. They want like $1,900 for a boat, and I said, oh, there's a sailing boat, but homemade sailboat. That's cool. I said travel trailer, instead I'm getting nothing but boats and utility trailers. So you can see pretty much, so what you're looking at is something like this. Like, look at this, alright, for example, this is a Tandil active trailer. It says read more, basically, tub shower, new electrical inverter, it's been posted 6 hours ago. It looks nice, and it's everything a person needs, so, you got your queen bed and your dinette and, $2,000, so, you gotta look at price. I'm only allowed up to $2,000, like, this one's a remodel special for $2,000, so it's like, you must need to remodel it, 35 foot, it's gutted, so you don't want to pay that, you see. This is a 77 travel trailer. You see, here's one that's in Yakima for $15. You gotta look at the pricing, like there's a tent trailer. I mean, look, tent trailers, in my opinion, I'm gonna give you some cues on trailers. Sarah's gonna sit there and say I'm full of shit, okay? Because I'm joking with Sarah right now, because she thinks, maybe I don't know anything about trailers. Here's the thing. The older the trailer, the more likely, the cheaper they are because of the leaks in them, okay? Now, tent trailers, look at this. Let me put it this way. They got a 1979 Apache pop-up tent trailer for $2,000. $2,000 for 1979, that's just too much. This one's a 1984 Holiday Rambler, which is, looks really nice, you see. Or best offer, renovation started. So, they're renovating it and they couldn't finish it. So, there you go. You don't want something being semi-renovated. This is a wilderness camp trailer in Washington, $1,350. Basically, it is. Let me just look out of curiosity. Basically, it's in Pineville, a wilderness, alright, and it doesn't say what it is. It says need this gun, no propane tank or battery, king size bed inside, everything works. Window back is broke. Other than that, it does not leak. So there you go. They're basically selling it with some repairs. Repair the window, repair the propane tank, and you got yourself a trailer. Here's a 2000 Lance camper, you know, in Oregon themselves, or no, Prosser. So basically, if you look at it, that's out of Yakima, you know, you look at it, $2,000 for a trailer. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. You see, look at this. Now, this is something that I like to talk about, okay? Now, this is out of Arlington, okay? That's nearby. Now, the guy wants $2,000. It's a 40-foot, pay attention, Tara. Runs and drives, lost second gear, drove 30 miles from Bothell to Granite Falls. Okay, fridge works, light works, not sure about generator, water pump works, needs a window. 2,000 or for firm, but it's basically a Winnebago. Okay, tandem axle Winnebago that needs some repairs. He doesn't know. He bought it as a repairer, and for $2,000, you know, bed looks nice. The toilet looks nice. It looks like it needs to be fixed up a bit, but it's basically one of those older Winnebago models. It's a 40-footer. So, yeah, I mean, it's got 59,000 miles and it needs some repairs, but, I mean, literally, for that price, $2,000 for a super cheap for 40-footer, I mean, in Arlington, here we go. For example, Okanagan, you always gotta look at the fact that if you're buying a trailer, you gotta make sure it's not a, renovation special, you know. Like this one is, in Okanagan, so, you know, it's hidden information, you know, basically, in Okanagan. So there you go. And then you got Itasca, you got a 78 motorhome. I mean, look, the classic 78 badass motorhome, right? I mean, doesn't that look kick ass? I mean, look, $1,300, okay? It's drivable, probably. Automatic transmission, you always look at what's available. I mean, you can basically live in something, you know. Needs a little love on the roof. Haven't used any of the appliance generator at 178 hours. It looks brand new. Engine at 58K. Needs tires and either jump start, new battery, but drives it. So you just basically pay $1,300, right? This is where is this place? Anyways, well, it's in, Crooked River Ranch in Oregon, for example. I mean, you get that baby, 58,000, got 2 queen and single beds. I mean, literally, it's basically the motorhome from, Independence Day. I mean, stuff like this, if you limit your scope just to a trailer, you're screwed. But if you limit your scope to something else, I mean, look at this, 1960 travel trailer right there from Concrete. What do you have, roadworthy, you know? I mean, if you keep looking at some of these, you're gonna find some decent deals, you know. You just don't want to limit yourself to a travel trailer. I mean, if you can make do with a camper, those things can just slide right in the back and front, you know, and and etc. But you know, you got to look at it that way. I mean, you look at motorhomes. A motorhome wouldn't be too bad. Travel trailer would be, you know, you need something that's big enough that you can travel with, you know. And it's not really a gas guzzler. Now, if you're living somewhere, a motorhome would be basically pretty good because all you gotta do is just pack up and leave. So, you know, but anyways, that's something I just want to share with you, you know, is, you know, is an option too, you know. So, but yeah, what you need, you know, basically, you know, yeah, a travel trailer is just one option, motorhome's another. The thing is, you gotta look at your price range, okay? So basically, you gotta work on the base, then you gotta make sure everything works, and if everything works, you just gotta basically make sure that you can get, it fixed. So, say I buy a motorhome, I work with Tara, I get a motorhome, like a Winnebago cheap, okay, and they say, oh, it needs new tires, so we pull it in somewhere and we store it for a month or so, and it gets new tires put on. Then you know, by then it's like, oh yeah, everything's good, the gas lines are good, everything's good, you just load up with propane and go somewhere. You know, and you just park it, you know, or you can go camping for 2 weeks at this park, 2 weeks at that park, and while you're waiting for, you know, whatever. I mean, literally, I know they have a truck, but I don't know if it's workable. But, you know, if you can tow something at 22 to 28, you know, you're good. Thing is, you gotta make sure it doesn't leak. You gotta make sure all the plumbing works. Make sure it's livable, and there's no damage from mice, rats, or other issues, and you're fine. I know I gotta get going because I gotta get to the library, but I gotta go outside to let Chloe know that this video is uh, so basically, um, yeah, motorhome wouldn't be too bad. I mean, get one of those old Independent Day motorhome like Randy Quaid's driving. That would just be cool. Hey, go miss the base. Oh, it's over there. And so basically, I thought that would be really cool. So anyways, a motorhome's an idea, a camper's an idea, and a travel trailer's an idea. The reason I don't want a tent trailer is you gotta use a lot of propane for a tent trailer for containing the heater to be used inside it. So, I mean, if we can find a camper that's free or nearly free that's in condition that's livable, I'll live in the back of a 9-foot camper, 9-foot truck camper. And if that doesn't work, I will find a deal on a travel trailer that works really damn well against people that but like I said, the trailer or the motorhome, a motorhome wouldn't be too bad. I gotta talk to Corey and Tara about it. Corey and Tara is my advisors on many things. I just don't want to fuck up, and buy something that they, if I find a deal, I don't want to spring it on them. Oh, by the way, I bought a motorhome. Or, by the way, I got $200,000. I bought a 35-foot Airstream. I like Airstream, but I will start small and live in a trailer if I have to. And it's not just about doing that. It's also about camping, and learning to live, and maybe it'd be smaller enough that the bunny won't eat up everything either, but I'm more worried, I don't want to leave my trailer, I'll leave it locked up, but I don't want that bunny being eaten either, which, so, but yeah, I gotta get packing and ready to go, for the library. They're out at the moment. They don't want to be around me because they are angry that they think I'm, but yeah, I mean, literally, I just, you know, uh, I just, um, um, yeah, I mean, the trailer idea of camp motorhome would be perfect anyways, because maybe I could be in the, Mount Hood area for a while than other areas, I'm still trying to find out where my park pass went. It just vanished, and without it, I have to, find a new park pass, and that's something I'm kind of concerned about. I thought it was in this little room here, but all I got is a box of uh, of other stuff and not my my park pass, so I'm kind of concerned about it, but I will find it again, free park pass up to 4 people, and I just want to make sure I have it with me so I can go camping if that's the course of action I gotta take. So anyways, but yeah, anyways, like I said, currently I'm hurting mentally, because like I said, I'm trying to get everything done and work and everything else. Instead, it's not going according to plan. And so, I'm, really, getting ready, like I said, to, pack up, ship out, and move to, into a trailer or even a tent for a while. I just gotta make sure my tent's got a wood stove. You know. So, so basically, I gotta basically figure out what to do. So I'm working on options. So, this video is, I'm gonna just wrap it up in 1 hour. So, it's almost time. So today's plan library, like I said, you're gonna get this video. I'm gonna loaf around, get things moving along. Then I'm going to have whatever. I mean, everyone basically pissing me off. Like the lady accused me of abusing Chloe. Chloe's in tears last night, and I'm in tears, and I'm like, look, I basically got to put up with all this crap, and yet every day it's the same damn shit. Literally, it's tobacco, food. Yeah, I mean, literally, if I basically leave, it's abandonment. If I basically sign off the lease, it's negligence and abandonment. I mean, literally, it's like they're holding me to be a caretaker that's, the caretaker that doesn't get paid, the payless caretaker. And to me, as I said in my video, basically, things are gonna happen, and literally, it's not good. And so technically, there's issues, and that I'm tired of, being turned and said, this is a bank, this is a bank, this is a bank, that's a bank, this is a bank, and I mean, literally, I mean, the people around me basically assume, I tried to tell Chloe that the therapist I saw, right here's something that's funny. The therapist turned around the other day and she said, it's not your responsibility to take care of Chloe. She says, I'm going to make sure you don't take care of Chloe. Chloe can't get something, Chloe grows a beard, it's not my problem. Well, I'm buying shaving cream and razor blades, so that's basically a necessity I will cover. Makeup, I don't use makeup much, and frankly, honestly, I love Tara dearly. I think one of the reasons, and this is just a gut feeling I have, I love Tara, and I'm not going to challenge Tara in anything. But basically, having shoes ordered, which is awesome, by the way, thank you, is I think basically keeps me away from going to Walmart to do some shopping for, little things like, frozen TV dinners and something. I mean, I buy these one meals, Tara knows about them, the Salisbury steak. Only way to get them is in Walmart. But, Tara also knows I gotta get up at 5:45 in the morning. Let me explain to my schedule. I get up 5:45 in the morning on payday. Wednesday morning, let's see. Friday morning, the 3rd. I get up. I get on a ferry with Chloe. Cost me $21. I go across the ferry. I'm like, here's the ticket. There's a little kiosk. I gotta buy mine in Anacortes because then I get cash back. So the night before, I gotta go to the ATM and take $20 out. They charge me $3 or $20. So the next day, I gotta basically make it. So I go on the 3rd. So my plan is go out the 8 o'clock ferry, make sure I go get tobacco, and I come back. Right now, even if I went just for Chloe, okay, let's just say I sent Chloe hypothetically. She's gonna expect a roll of dip for herself. Now, a roll of dip won't last long, not for me either. So I know where Chloe's coming from. But just to go there, okay, just to send Chloe out, it's $16 for a ferry ride. It's like let's just say 15, give or take. Yeah, it's like $14.75. So Chloe basically stays home. Okay, let's just say hypothetically. I go. It costs me $7 for a ride on the ferry to go over there. Then I gotta get on the bus at 8 o'clock or 10. I go and get my tobacco. Okay. I get my tobacco, I go and ride the bed there, connect up, and I have to watch the schedule, and then I connect up again once I figure it out. And I end up in, this is the Indian reservation. I get my tobacco, I turn around, and I go home. I wait for the bus again, I sit for an hour or whatever. I get on the bus, I get 2 and a quarter. Now let's just say Safeway has no deals. I know Dinky doesn't like Safeway. I'm just poking at fun with Dinky, okay, right now. Dinky doesn't like Safeway. We don't have Fred Meyers, honey. So then I get back to town. Let's just say Dinky, I know, doesn't like my heart being that bad too. It's caused some stress and everything else. And so what happens? She turns around. I'm not talking Dinky. And what happens? Oh, well, yeah, I am. She doesn't want, she's worried about my health, okay? She really is. What if I go and get a box meal over at Taco Bell? Oh, yeah, so I'm going to get a Taco Bell box meal, right? I go and get a Taco Bell box meal, right? Next thing you know, the Taco Bell box meal is, box meal, right? So I go ahead and I get a Taco Bell box meal, right? Taco Bell box meal, or say KFC box meal, right? And I decide to go with KFC box meal, right? So I go and get KFC or Taco Bell. Then the problem is I didn't provide for the clothes fight, okay? And you know what? Everyone's in trouble. So to me, I try to avoid that part. I like tenders anyways, but do they still have the sandwiches? I've been wanting to see. Oh yeah. So I've been wanting to try a couple of those spicy chicken sandwiches. So, but just to make sure I'd have to eat them there. I'd have to say I didn't get lunch, and it's kind of a hassle because what I used to do is I used to go ahead and buy lunch out for myself, when Chloe was around. But the funny part is she would get angry if I didn't get her lunch. So to me, I'm trying to avoid going out, but at the same time, Tara and Corey also know that it's cheaper to what do you call it? Stay in and save money by not getting, whatever it is. And so with me, I wanted to share that with with all, because frankly, to me, it's so for example, you got a loaded nacho box and a chalupa box, okay? And then you got that special thing, but me, I prefer the smothered burritos, and since they don't make smothered burritos, I try to avoid getting much Taco Bell, because I really do like my smothered burrito, and they gave up the smothered burrito, basically saying, it doesn't sell. It's sold for me, I always got one of each, but you guys don't want to give me a smothered burrito, I'm not getting a smothered burrito, So, to me, it was, not an interesting fact, So I thought, it would be interesting, So, but yeah, anyways, like I said, I'm getting ready to go to the library. I'm just checking out something. Family was talking about lawsuits, the other day, and was saying, what do you really want? You want a trailer? Do you want this? I was thinking, there's this lady that talked to me the other day. She says, if you got your lawsuit, I should look into getting a home in Ireland. Well, I'm looking at some of these little Irish castles, okay? Now, for some of you out there, you guys could sit there and say, an Irish castle, well, what's that? Is it got like moats and everything? Well, the original traditional castle back in the old day, or castile, was basically a giant building that's, say 40 or 50 feet tall, and, basically, approximately 40 or 50 feet wide, maybe longer. And what it was just that giant building made out of stone, the wood structure inside, so you got 4 floors or 5 floors. and each floor had its own thing, like the main hall. So before the castles decided to build the stone walls around it and the turrets and everything, it was just a giant building where they had plans to put in moats and stuff, but over the years, a lot of the rock walls around the Irish rock walls fell. So when you do your gardening for potatoes and stuff, you find a lot of disintegrated rock walls over the years in the ground. So basically, from what I understand, is it's part of your former castle, but there is castles out there that you can get, and basically, so. Basically, it's just, I know Tara's laughing. What, Irish castle is pipe dream, okay? So if it ever comes about, I'm moving to Ireland, okay? Me and Ebony and Moppy are moving to Ireland, okay? We're gonna be Irish people. We're gonna have the Irish hearts. Anyways, my time's up. I gotta get going, but, like I said, I gotta go find Chloe outside for a minute. I didn't mean to degrade or belittle her at all. I was just explaining, yesterday why I was depressed. Today I'm depressed because, again, the whole, thing, and I don't appreciate people trying to involuntarily me just because I'm trying to get answers of what to do with Chloe. I mean, Chloe's admitting she needs to live by herself, but, to live by herself, I might have to sign up, but again, the manager's like, oh, well, it's abandonment, so government's gonna say it's abandonment because, I'm the one paying the bill. So what am I supposed to do? Frickin' literally, I didn't take the responsibility and become guardian. If I'm guardian of frickin' them, I should basically be able to put them in a group home, literally, and I'm not a guardian, and so, and I know Chloe's mom's watching this, I'm kind of trying to be humorous with the group home thing and stuff, because the thing is I'm basically stating, that there is a lot of problems. I mean, she raises her voice, she threatens, she, all these things, and as I said, yeah, so, anyways, with that said, everyone, peace and out, love you all, homies, and, please subscribe, please post comments, please leave feedback, suggestions, keep it nice, that's all you ask, hit that like, subscribe button, so it's funding for the family, thanks for watching, and hit that bell notification, and God bless you and everything you do.